holycasteil asks, have you ever dyed your hair? It's dyed right now. It's bleached, technically, I suppose. Yes, I have dyed my hair. I have dyed it blue, black, rainbow, like rainbow, red, dark blue, dark purple, and pink, hot pink. Annamiltyn asked, what monster / myth / ghost story have they done on the show that you would like to see explored? Mermaids! Mermaids! I would love to see mermaids! There's so much different lore about them that could make it so fascinating, whether they choose to say that they're good and they help people, or that they choose to show that they're the sirens that lure people to their death. I know they've done sirens, I know, but it's not the same. I want, like, mer people. That's what I want. That would be really awesome. Bakerstreetsdoctor asked, I haven't been following you for long. Well, welcome! Thank you! You're so sweet! But do you listen to Welcome to Night Vale? I do! I really love Welcome to Night Vale. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal podcast, and I'm so, so glad that my friend Anna, who's also from Tumblr, introduced me to it, because it's amazing. I'm not caught up. I think I'm on episode 28. Don't quote me on that. But yes, I love Welcome to Night Vale. It is phenomenal. And I put it this way, I haven't gotten to the part where Carlos has been voiced yet. I don't think. Not within my immediate recollection. But yes, I love Welcome to Night Vale. I'm better off this way. Asked, who is your favorite supernatural character? Team Free Will. Team Free Will. Team Free Will. Woo! Noel 1963 asked, if you could meet one famous person, dead or alive, and talk to them for 5 minutes, who would it be? One part of my brain wants to go serious and like serious business and say I would love to meet Buddha, like the actual man that became Buddha. I know I'm saying that wrong. I'm really sorry to anybody that's Buddhist that's like offended by the way that I'm saying this. I'm really sorry. Another part of me wants to go hilarious and say, like, I'd love to meet somebody crazy like Albert Einstein and just, like, pick his brain and see how eccentric he truly was. And then another part of my brain really would love to have met and talked to Mr. Rogers for 5 minutes, because he was an inspiration, much like Misha is now. He always tried to make the world better, and he always, put his best foot forward, and he was always himself. And then the other part of me says, well, why not pick somebody alive? In which case, I would definitely have to say Bill Nye the Science Guy, because he made science fascinating for me when I was a kid. Only Noble to Be Good asked, why is your best friend your best friend? Why is my best friend my best friend? My best friend is my best friend because she's my wife, and we, despite the fact that we have a lot of differences, we also have a lot of things in common, and we're able to talk about things, even controversial things, productively. Like, for example, she was raised Catholic and I was raised not really religious, and ended up looking into different religions in my teenage years, and I don't know a whole lot about Catholicism. Like, I know more now, but we used to get into really, like, we still do get into debates about religion, and they say that that's really like a don't touch it subject, but we're able to have conversations about interpretations of the Bible and different ways to look at the way that things are taught about religion, and really just, we have these really great conversations, and she's also really, really adorable, so that helps. And that might be personality, but I think she's super cute. kevinfricketyfrackinsolo, love your URL, asked, what's your favorite song and why? I don't have one! I don't. I know this, I sound like the most indecisive person in the world, and I really am, but I'm also bipolar. I mean that literally, I'm not being facetious, and it really depends on how I feel for what my favorite song is. Like, for example, right now, my favorite song at this one specific second would have to be The World Is Ugly by My Chemical Romance. I find that song very beautiful and very inspiring. Whereas an hour ago, when I was, sitting and finishing up the URL doodles for the people who ask me questions, because I love you all, my favorite song was Angel with a Shotgun by The Cab, and this morning it was By Now by Marianas Trench, and 2 days ago it was Defying Gravity from the Wicked soundtrack, and I don't have a favorite song. I have a lot of songs that I think are amazing, but I don't have one favorite song. Savioursam asked, what supernatural death did you find the saddest? All of them. Like, they're all really, really sad. It's kind of a toss-up between, I'm going to try and go chronologically here, between Sam's first death at the end of season 1, Dean's first death when he gets ripped and sent to hell. Gabriel's death was also extremely traumatizing. Bobby, and Kevin, like those 5, I think, are like top saddest deaths of Supernatural, and I'm sure I'm missing one, and there's just so many just sad death scenes in that show. Honey, you should see me in the TARDIS. I like that. You people are so clever with your URLs, and mine's so boring. What is your no TP? As in, no. I have a couple that I'm kind of like, I don't really know. I will never say that, I will never shame somebody for shipping 2 characters or 3 characters or however that may be. But for me personally, I really don't like Dean and Benny. I really also don't like Abaddon and Dean, and I also don't like Sam and Kevin. But if I see them, it's really, really easy for me to scroll past. So don't feel bad if you ship them, because I still love you. Even if you don't ship anything that I ship and you don't like any of the shows that I like, I still love you. And you're allowed to like what you like. And I'll never make you feel bad for that. McCoys asked, if you could relive one day of your life, which one would it be? Now, I'm sure normally people would assume that means like do-over. At least that's what my first reading said, but when I really thought about this question, reliving one day of my life, I would have to pick reliving my wedding day. Yes, I had a wedding day, and it was beautiful, and it was so perfect. It was so beautiful, and the sun was shining. It was at the end of August. I had this beautiful poofy-ass dress on, and I looked gorgeous, and my wife looked gorgeous, and my whole family was there, and my grandmother was there because she has since passed away. And it was just a wonderful day, and the dinner was great, and just everything. It was just, I would love to experience that all over again. Just as it was, 100% the same as it was, but one more time. Deansregret asked, if you could have kept one character from any story from dying, which one would it be? I really, a lot. I'm gonna go with, if I could keep any one character from Supernatural from dying, I would say either Ash or Kevin. I feel like and Joe and Ellen, like that whole scene with Ash and Joe and Ellen dying was just, it seemed kind of like, let's get rid of these characters, which is really sad, because I loved those 3 characters. Other than that, Kevin. Like, why would you do that? Outside of Supernatural, I would really have liked to have kept Gus from dying in The Fault in Our Stars. Spoiler alert, I'm sorry if you haven't read the book or seen the movie, which obviously nobody's seen the movie. I really, like, it was really sad, and I know it was written there for narrative purpose, and like, it definitely made the story powerful, but I don't know. It was just really sad. I think Hazel deserved to have her Gus. Addictcas asked, favorite and least favorite seasons of Supernatural. Like I said, I liked all of them. If I had to pick a least favorite, it would be season 5, but that's just because it's the least memorable right now. And favorite season of Supernatural, I'm gonna have to go with season 8, because it was just so powerful, and it was so gut-wrenching at the end, and just all the character development, and Purgatory and Metatron, and just, oh my god, there was so much, and it all had a purpose. Yeah. But I liked all the seasons. I really did like all the seasons of Supernatural. Cosmicbutterflyqueen asked, what moment in Supernatural do you hate? I I don't hate any. I don't really hate much. Like, there's some stuff that I'm kind of like, why? But I can't sit there and say I actively hate anything that has happened in Supernatural. And last question. Let me ask you a thing. sassy-satan asks, what is your favorite type of fanfic to read and why? Tell the world about the thing. My favorite type of fanfic to read is, I'm not really that picky. Like, if it's well written, I'll enjoy reading it. I've read a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have originally thought that I would have liked, that I ended up really liking. Like, for example, Inexhaustible Silence of Houses, which is a deansregret fanfiction, was... Normally, I try to avoid major character death type stories, with the exception of Twist and Shout, because I am a sucker for punishment. And it was just... The premise was initially kind of weird, but once I started reading it, it just blew my mind. And it's the same with, I'm not really big on Sam and Castiel as a couple, but sometimes in fanfiction, like, it works. Like, it entirely depends on the writer and how they portray the characters. It's the same thing with the whole top and bottom, dom, sub thing. Like, I can go any way as long as it's written properly and accurately to the character, because sometimes you're reading it and you're like, okay, I understand the concept behind, like, bottom cast, for example, but it doesn't work like that. And I'm not going to call out anybody's name, because I'm never going to do that. And you know what? If somebody's going to write something for themselves and they like what they've written, good for you. Good for you. I'm so proud of you. So yeah, like, I don't really have a favorite. It's like the twisted side of my brain kind of likes dubcon stuff, but I had to be in the mood for it. And I like high school fanfictions, and I really like when they don't portray Cass as this pathetic wilting flower, because he is Cass. Like, he's this tempest of angelic fury and brilliance. And yeah, so yeah, that's about it. So that's all. I'm gonna have to split this into a few pieces because it's almost an hour long, and that's crazy. You guys all asked phenomenal questions. Thank you so much. If you ever want to ask me questions, or you ever want to see me make another video for whatever dumb reason, I'm not going to sing. Let me just put that out there. It's not going to happen, because I don't sing for anybody, except myself in the shower. But yeah, just send me an ask. Just send me a message. Honestly, you can ask me anything you want. You can ask for art requests. You can ask for little ficlets. I write occasional little fanfic travels and original fiction and stuff like that. I write and I art and I do whatever, so just ask. And if I can't do it, I will tell you that, eek, that is outside my capabilities. But chances are I'll give it an honest shot. And if people are willing to ask me for these things, then I'm honored. I'm honored. And the people that do ask me for things, I am honored, and I thank you. And I thank you for your patience, because I'm slow at actually getting anything done. Except for this video, apparently, because, well, I've been looking forward to it for 600 people. So, I hope you enjoyed watching my stupid face periodically not look at the camera, because I'm looking at myself and making sure that I don't look like a total moron while I'm talking to you. And yeah, anytime, just, you should check me out, because people think I'm cool. I don't know why, because I'm, like, a total loser. Like, I'm just gonna go now. Thanks.